to my incredibly messy studio desk today. It's the end of the year and I've collected all of my favorite art supplies with a couple of other of my favorite things to share with you that I'm definitely going to be using in the new year. So buckle up, it's going to be a lot of favorite things share. Get a beverage if you would like and get all comfy. Everything that you see, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. These are just things that I like just because I like them and I like sharing them with you. There will be links to everything in the description below, or at least where to find them. And let's get going. I've got my list here because there's no way that it would be so crazy without a list. So we'll go down the list together. I've got 3 pages here, guys. So let's go ahead and start. So first off, I've got my watercolors. I typically use about 5 different brands of watercolor. They're all in here in this palette that I've curated. Typically have it like this. It was upside down. All of these colors I have just swatched out in the video right before this one. So I'll put the card up. It would be right there, I think. Somewhere there. For you to click on and then return back to, of course, see all of the other goodies here. And then if you go to my Substack, you will see all of these things there as well. And even the paints that I don't have in this collection here, I have swatched out, and I have a whole library of downloadable swatch pages for those too on my Substack. Anyways, actually Substack is probably one of my favorite things from this year anyways. I have really enjoyed sharing things over there with you guys, so feel free to say hi over there too. While I've got this out, this actual palette, like I don't see this very often, but I prefer something like this. Like usually I've seen the ones that fold out. It's like the tri-fold thing. And I just find that the wings that fold out kind of get in my way. So I've enjoyed this one. If you're worried about paints kind of coming out of the palette, if you're traveling with it, I just use some glue dots and stick them down. And if I need to change it up, it takes a little bit of effort, but it's not that bad. But at least that way, this stays organized in my palette. And I really only change this up about once, maybe twice a year. So it works out. But there are different colors that you can get. And I've really enjoyed this little compact palette. And it holds a lot of paint, so favorite thing. And now, here's what we get to do. Another one of my favorite things. I don't know if you're like me, but I like checking things off lists. Okay, so we talked about our watercolors, and we talked about the palette. So the storage palette, I'm so sorry. But the brand name for this, which is not why I chose it for this brand name. It's F Club. I'm sorry. So if you want to be part of the F Club, you can pick up that palette. I'm so sorry. Moving on. For mixing palettes, hands down, Porcelain is the way to go for me. And I have got a couple. You've seen the circular one on my channel before. I haven't done my dishes. I haven't cleaned these yet. But I love this palette. Very easy to clean. And yeah, you don't get the beading problem like you do on some of the more like plasticky or metal ones. So, and I just for Christmas got, like an early Christmas present, got this one. Same company. I'm really enjoying using this one as well. So yeah. Put those aside. We have a lot of things to go through, so it's gonna get kind of crazy on the desk. Next up we have colored pencils. I have a lot of different colored pencils. And I actually almost forgot to add Arteza, which I think is Amazon's company, or at least they're connected heavily. I don't know. But if I just need a generic colored pencil that does not need to be light fast, this is not for professional work. I just need something to grab and do little doodle or something like that. I've got my little planter's pot collection of Arteza pencils, and they just sit on my desk. They look nice, and if I'm just in my sketchbook and I need to doodle something out, this is usually what I use. Now, for my professional pencils, I have Faber-Castell Polychromos and the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils kind of together in a case. So bring that out. And I'll go over this case a little bit later. Or it will be in the description as well. So these are the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. If you like a more opaque wax-based pencil, this is the one to go with. If you like finer detail and maybe slightly more translucent, I guess, with your layers, then the Faber-Castell Polychromos are going to be your best bet. They're a little bit harder of a pencil. I love using them. I love using both those brands, actually. So, and this carry case is outstanding. They protect my pencils, and it's kind of big, but for as many pencils as I use, like, this is kind of the best option for me. So, and the other one that's kind of the newcomer for this year are the Derwent drawing pencils. I picked up the small set early in the year to try them out because, like, after years and years, they finally expanded up to, was it 72? It might even be more than that. I forget off the top of my head. I think I picked up their 36 pencil set eventually because I love these. They're so great. They're creamy. They're artist quality pencils. They're nature inspired. All the muted colors that I typically use. And because there wasn't enough room for the set and the black case, I picked up this case for more pencils. So you might say I have a problem with pencils. I used them all. I do, I promise. But those are my favorite color pencils. And if you have questions about any of these, I'm more than happy to answer questions in the comments too. Went over all of these. All right, tape. Use tape all the time. So I've got this acid-free painter's tape, and I believe it's from Art Pro. I'll correct myself in the description below, but this is my favorite artist acid-free tape. If I am marking up borders in my sketchbook or something, most of the time I use washi tape. And I've got a newcomer for one of my favorites for washi tape that I wouldn't have thought of otherwise. Scotch brand has been coming out with washi tape recently. At least I haven't seen it until recently. They've got some beautiful colors. And so far, I'm really happy with the performance. I prefer a more like waxier finish rather than a more like natural paper feel, because when I use my watercolors, I don't want the water absorbing into the tape. So this type of washi tape works best for what I'm doing. Now on to paper. This is going to be really quick. Arches, hands down. I can't ask for more on a paper. Arches paper, especially the blocks, are my favorite. It's expensive, but it's high quality paper. If I'm doing something for professional work, I'm not going to use anything else. For all of my practice work, or if I need to sketch something out, I put it in a sketchbook anyway, so I don't have any other just loose paper or block paper. This is what I bring out for what I sell. I love using it. It's 100% cotton, and it does really well with, and it's cold pressed too, so all of my granulating watercolors that I use work really well with this. And now on to sketchbooks. Everybody loves a good sketchbook. So I have two that I primarily use. I've tried a lot of different brands, and this is from US Art Supply, a watercolor book. It's cold press, acid free. I just really enjoy the sketchbook. I find it to be like a happy medium between quality of the paper and also price. I usually get a 2-pack of these for, what was it, like $25, something like that. It might be even less than that. It's a really good deal. And I'm happy with the quality of the paper. And then if I want something smaller, this is by Tumorta. There's the name right there. Really cute mini sketchbook. I've actually used this one for like a mixed media. And see, I've done some watercolor, some gouache, some like gluing things down. I've really enjoyed using these mini ones. I used it for Arttober last year. I wasn't able to completely do Arttober this year. Life happens. But I really love these mini sketchbooks, and what I did do from the Arttober a couple years ago is these are perforated. So a lot of my favorite ones that I did for Arttober, I actually tore out and put on my cork board in my studio as decoration. So love using this one. And this one actually comes with a pocket in the back as well. So you have a little bit of storage in the back if you want to put stickers there or loose paper. So love using that one. And then for my swatches, you see me swatch on the Arches paper. That's mostly for either you guys, and I want to show you what it looks like on professional paper. But if I'm cataloging for myself, what I use is the Painter's Color Diary for watercolor. But if I need to swatch something out and just write notes, this is so much easier and faster. Like, I don't need to make the card. They are separated with glassine, so you don't need to worry about it transferring. I love this. It has a little bar there if you want to see the opacity of the paint. You have room to write about what you're using. It's a decent size. It's 9 by 12, 10 sheets. They're removable. Love using this. I use it all the time. This one's almost full, and I've got another one that's full already. So, and super helpful if I'm doing a painting and I need to put together a palette, like a color palette for a specific tone that I want. It's easy to reference. So we are done with our first page here. Let's go ahead and go on to Yep, I didn't skip. Sharpeners. My electric one is actually out of sight because it's all plugged in and I didn't want to remove it. But it's the X-Acto School Pro. I am a teacher and I've gone through so many pencil sharpeners, guys. As an art teacher, when I have class after class after class of kids coming in and using color pencils and constantly sharpening, this is the one that dies on me the least. So it will stand up to a lot of wear. Obviously, like my nice art pencils, I don't really put in there. I'll put my Arteza ones in there or just regular number 2 pencils. But for my art pencils, I use the Derwent sharpener. It's right here. It's really simple. The Caran d'Ache pencils are a little bit thicker, and so are the Derwent drawing pencils. They won't fit in my electric sharpener anyway. So having the larger size sharpener actually really, really helps. And that's the only way I can get a nice sharpen tip, I guess, on my nice art pencils without them breaking. Did I not write it down? I didn't write down my paintbrushes. I'm glad they're on the desk. Okay. We're pausing this to talk about probably my best find from the year are these paintbrushes. I don't splurge a lot on art supplies. It might look like it. I've collected things for a lot of years. And I avoided getting nice watercolor brushes for way too long. And I think it was Crixus. It was either Crixus or Natasha Newton told me about the Princeton Aqua Elite brushes. And I'm never going back. They're fantastic. I've used them for a long time now. They keep their shape. They hold a lot of water. They are fantastic to work with. This is leaps and bounds better than using cheaper brushes. So, like, it's worth the investment. It is. If you're watercoloring on a regular basis, at least get one of these. If not the set. And it's a small set. But you can add on to it. But I can't believe I didn't write that down. This is probably like the best find from the year. Or those brushes. Okay, back to the list. Okay. So one of my favorites that I've used for 3 years now, as somebody that has launched a business, small like sole proprietor business, basically. I sell my own work. It takes a lot of organization, a lot of planning, plus you've got life stuff all around that, and I'm essentially working 2 jobs. I'm a full-time teacher, and kind of whatever time I have left, I put into painting and YouTube and my business. And what helps me do all that is my planner. This is from Clever Fox. This is the Planner Pro Premium. They have a wide range of different planners. But because of the scope of what I need, I did get the Planner Pro. So we've got this nice band here, a little elastic for a pencil or a pen, and I'm not going to show you all of my goal setting, but it has several pages for goal setting at the beginning of the year. They've got monthly. See, I have a month without any spoilers. Okay, now you know when my spring break is, but that's fine. Nice layout for the month. They have a month review at the end where you go over your goals, how you did. And this is kind of fun to color in and write notes of what happened that month and where you can do better in the next month. And I've reviewed my planners from the last couple of years in planning for the upcoming year so that, I can see where certain times a year are just too busy to get things done, and other times are better to lean more into getting some painting done, things like that. And also personal goals. And then it also breaks it up into quarters. So you write some 3-month goals. You can do a little mind map, do some extra planning there. It just helps me to write things out and have some shorter term goals in order to get bigger goals toward the end of the year. It also has weekly layouts as well. So you go into your planner, your priorities for each day. This helps you track habits and a bunch of other things. I'll let you look at that. And then in the back, you've got some other planning. You can track your budget and expenses. And it's got extra dot pages in the back for planning and notes and everything. And it comes with 3 ribbons to keep as a placeholder. Again, not sponsored by this, but I can't say enough good things about Clever Fox. And they've got, again, a wide range of different things. Anywhere from like purely a budget tracker to a self-care journal and tracker, exercise, a lot of different goals. So highly recommend them. And they've got some fun stickers too if you are into planner stickers. Okay, moving on. So pencils. Talked about my art pencils, but just for regular use pencils, my mechanical pencils are the Nick Pro. They're really cute and they work really well. I really can't say anything more than that. They've got a nice little grip on there. And I think it comes with some like extra erasers and lead and everything. There's a set of different colors of these. For a wood case pencil, this is Ticonderoga. This is their number 2 soft black HB. And I'm down to just 2 of these left. I use them all the time. So I'm going to actually need to reorder these. For pens, this is, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Fiover gel pens. They're really great for fine, like a fine tip gel pen. Love these. The other gel pen that I use if I want something a little thicker is by Tull, T-U-L. And it's their medium point gel pen. So it's a little bit thicker, a little bit darker. It soaks into the paper a little bit more. But those are my 2 favorite pens. Alright, so we got pencils, pens, and then I use these binder clips on my sketchbooks all the time to hold the pages down. They're by NXG. It's their multicolor metal wire binder clips. And it comes in a pack of like 20 of them or something. I actually have their mini ones too, and those are really fun for my mini sketchbook. Alright, so we have covered all of this. Now, because I'm super into being organized, really quick segment on storage. But I just got this apothecary chest. I asked for it for Christmas because I was running out of storage for my tube paints. I saw this chest on Amazon. Super cute. It just fits really well in my studio, I might get another one. I just think it's really nice looking. The drawers are really deep. It fits a lot of paint. I can organize by like color group. And if I wanted to, I could put in some little labels. But this is one of my favorite things from Christmas this year. Another is I actually got this for crochet, but I never ended up using it for crocheting. It's this little wood bowl. It's supposed to be for yarn, but I found it really easy. It's got like extra things that I use, like my cam link for recording. It's probably not the best place for it. But if I've got some extra like paints that I need, or I can just go shopping over at my apothecary chest and put things in that I need and have this on the desk and then put them all back in the bowl and take them over. And a lot of the time, if I don't have time, it just kind of sits in the bowl until I put the collection back again. Actually has one of my other favorite things that has nothing to do with art, but I got into some perfume. This is by Solstice Scents. You can only get this in the US, but I'll put information there. If you're curious, you can put it in the comments. But that's funny, I've got my perfume in there too. But oh my gosh, it smells amazing. So, but having this little wood bowl has been nice. Pencil cases. I showed you the 2 pencil cases from before. They zip up. They're easy to just kind of grab. They travel really well. I have never had a problem with pencils breaking in these. I think my other one's a little more padded than this one. And I haven't had problems with the pencils fitting in the elastics. So the 2 cases that I have will also be in the description below. And then pencil holders just on my desk. This is where I keep all of my paintbrushes, pencils, pens. I'll tip this just a little bit so you can see. But it's just kind of a little lazy Susan of things, and I've got a bigger one on the side that would be too big to move. But if you just need part of this, these little segments come out. But it's just nice to have on my desk right in front of me to pull from, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And the last thing on the list, it's not super glamorous or anything, but necessary. And you can use anything to hold water, but this has been my favorite glass jar to use. It came in a pack of 3. They're really durable. They come with lids. It's really thick glass. It's just my favorite thing to use, so I'm putting it here. And this is, you know, you got to use water every time that you paint with watercolor. So there you have it. So now that I've made an enormous mess in my studio, here we are. Hopefully you found some fun new treasures. I certainly enjoy all of these things. You know, have fun exploring them. If you want to support what I'm doing here, you like the video, if it was helpful, you can like, you can hype, and actually those hypes really do help. So like the 4 people that hyped on my last video, thank you so much. It like that just you're rock stars. Thank you for the hype. Going over to my Substack helps me out. Clicking any of the links below and doing some shopping, obviously it helps me out. They're affiliate links from Amazon. And there you have it. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're having a lovely holiday season. I will see you in the new year, and happy painting. Bye.